Hello friends, thanks for tuning in. My name is Verdin and I'm the founder and managing attorney at Verdin Law Firm. Verdin is a full-service immigration law firm located in downtown Dallas. So first of all, thank you for tuning in. I wanted to focus today's video on some data that is important for planners of E-2 visas, individuals that have obtained an E-2 visa and are thinking about coming to the United States. And this video will focus on the top 5 U.S. state destinations for E-2 visas from around the world. So in essence, where are people settling? Where are they living when they obtain the E-2 visa? Which states? So I want to talk about the top 5 states. So the individuals always ask me, where's the nicest place to live in the United States? Where are there any advantages to living in one part of the country versus a different part of the country? And once you get the E-2 visa, the country is your playground. You can live anywhere you want. So you really have to make it make sense for your family and for your business. And there are different factors to consider, everything from quality of life, the schools, the infrastructure, access to your particular market, the type of business that you want to engage in. And certainly there are different places that could accommodate those basic needs. But historically, what we've seen, and in recent years, we have seen many investors pick a few selected states over and over again. So maybe we can learn from their decisions. So the top 5 are from lowest to highest. So from the top 5, lowest to highest, the first one would be Washington State. So many E-2 visa holders go to Washington State. Washington State is a state located in the northwest part of the country of the U.S. And we have cooler weather, the Pacific Northwest, you're north of Oregon, a little bit south of Canada, and you get cooler weathers throughout the year. It's also known as a tech hub. Companies like Amazon and Microsoft are located there. So we have a lot of E-2 visa holders set up businesses in tech and professional services in Washington State. Moreover, Washington State does not have state income tax, which is going to be a factor that you'll see as a theme in some of these top 5 U.S. states. After New York, a little bit more popular state than New York, than Washington is New York. I gave it away right there. So New York is the 4th state on our list today. So New York is a state that's a very populated state in the country. It's on the opposite side of the geographic U.S. from Washington, so it's on the East Coast. And people go to New York for many reasons. There are a lot of financial markets there, a lot of industries in fashion and entertainment. And New York has a very diversified economy and professional services. And one of the downsides, however, and I will communicate this to you, is that it does have income tax. So compared to Washington, New York has a state income tax. So you have to factor that in your decision-making process. But certainly a lot of E-2 holders decide to go to New York. A third on our list, in terms of the most popular, is Florida. So Florida is a nice sunny state on the southern southeast portion of the United States. Has nice beaches, nice weather throughout the year. However, you will have to take note that there are hurricanes in Florida. But most people really enjoy the beaches, and there's plenty of precautions, and people are used to dealing with the hurricane season, and so this is something that you can plan for. But certainly a lot of E-2 holders decide to settle in Florida. Florida is especially popular for Canadians that want to escape the cold weather climate and settle in nice sunny beaches in Florida. And we also see a lot of South American business people settle in Florida. Popular state, third most popular is Florida. So after Florida, we have California. California is a very large populated state. It's very diverse in its economies, and we have people involved in all sorts of industries in California. Also, it has a heavy Latin influence. A lot of the state is bilingual, both Spanish and English. So a lot of Spanish-speaking investors with E-2 visas settle in California because of their comfort level with the language. So you'll find a lot of people that are bilingual in California. Very diverse geography as well within the state. You'll see beaches, you'll see large cities, you'll see deserts, mountain areas, very diverse geographic areas. People really love the weather in most parts of California. It's one of the main attractions for E2 visa holders. That's why it's number 2 on our list. So the top E2 state in the US, wait for it, Texas. That's right, my home state of Texas. I love Texas. Texas is great for many reasons, and E2 visa investors agree with that. So it is the number 1 most voluminous, the most number of E2 visa holders settle in Texas as of 2021. Texas has a lot of things going for it. It is a state that even Americans have relocated into Texas from throughout different people, companies from California and New York have resettled their headquarters or corporate headquarters in the state of Texas. It's geographically centered in the United States. If you take a line right down the middle of the United States, Texas is right there. So your 2.5 hour flight to LA, another 2.5 hour flight to New York, you're right in the middle. Texas also has some beaches, and then its southeast coast. That's where Houston is located. So you have a major port. The Port of Houston is a major international port. But you have other large cities like Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio, where a lot of South American and Mexican investors like to settle, also because of the language. A lot of bilingual individuals in the state of Texas. Very diverse economy. We have strengths in oil and gas, strengths in real estate, strengths in financials as well in the big cities like Dallas, and some entertainment industries in Austin. Also growing tech sector in the area of Austin. We have some major universities that support many industries. Now, one of the biggest reasons also that we see Texas gain the attraction of many E2 visa holders is that it does not have a state income tax. This is a big benefit. So out of the top 5, there are 3 states there on that top 5 list that do not have state income tax. And that was Washington, Florida, and Texas. All 3 of those states do not have a state income tax, which is a factor for many investors. So that's it. I mean, those are the top 5 E2 visa state destinations for investors from all over the world. Those are the ones that have been tried and true. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have questions, contact Verdin.